Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Casual Coffee with Ken, the Ken in the Kitchen edition. Thank you so much for joining me, and sorry for the slightly late start today. Doesn't seem to matter how much time I give myself in advance to get set up. Invariably, things just go wrong. One of these days, I'm just going to get this dialed in, and it'll be good. So, anyway, welcome to Tuesday. I hope you're all doing well during our quarantine catastrophe. I hope everybody's healthy. That's the most important thing. Is that people are healthy, and they're that everyone's staying safe, and that you're finding fun things to occupy your time because yeah, it's important. It's important to keep your brain distracted because if you just focus on the negative news and the negative stuff and the idiotic opinions that are out there regarding said negative stuff, you could go crazy. So yeah. Anyway, that's what I'm kind of trying to do with this whole live stream thing. One, if you're new here, it's your first time, watching. I can see your comments, so just say hi. I love it when people say hi. Bonus points for you if you know what that reference is from. And yeah, just let me know where in the world you're watching from, because that is the entire appeal of doing a live stream versus just recording videos, which I do like to do, but it doesn't have the same satisfaction level as actually interacting with my audience. So let me know who you are and where in the world you're watching from. So yeah, I need some tea so that I can bring my blood pressure down just a little bit. So I'm going to get my hot water. I'll be right back. But I have new audio, so hopefully let me know in the comments if the audio was good. Cords everywhere. That's what happens when you live stream from your home and you overthink it and put way too much thought into multiple cameras and microphone synchronization and everything else. It's just silly. I wonder, speaking of microphones. Okay, good. Yeah, that's on. Anyway, I'm babbling. How are you? How's your Tuesday going? How was your Monday? I mean, it's got to be better now, right? Because Monday's finally over. That's always a good thing. Okay, so today's experiment is going to be pancakes. I have never made pancakes from scratch before. Made them from a mix, but never from scratch. So that's what I'm going to try to attempt. And to make it a little more interesting, I'm going to add some fun ingredient. So at least I think it's fun. So let's see here. There we go. That's better. So yeah, first time making pancakes from scratch. Not sure how it's going to go. I've just really wanted to do something outside my comfort zone, and cooking has long been outside my comfort zone, even something as simple as pancakes. I can make eggs. I'm really good at making scrambled eggs. Karina is the designated cook in our marriage, and she is fantastic at it. So I have happily washed all the dishes and cleaned the kitchen anytime that she feels like she's up to cooking. which isn't very often because Crohn's disease is a bitch. And yeah, so on the times when she is out of, not out of pain, but her pain levels are low enough to where she feels like cooking, I fully support it by doing everything I can to help her as her sous chef, and then clean up everything after. But I really felt like it was time for me to start just kind of pushing myself and trying to do this stuff. And she makes it look so easy. She makes it look so easy. But that's because she's good at what she does. Okay, so we have got, I know I'm going to need an egg from the recipe. Let's see, I've got the sugar, baking powder, baking soda, kosher salt, blah, blah, blah. Two large eggs, and then we've got unsalted butter. Okay. Cords everywhere. So we'll get 2 eggs, and then we need unsalted butter. I hope I have enough butter here to do this. Guess I kind of should have checked that before I decided to start doing this. So the thing about the butter is I'm going to have to melt it first. So let's see. First I've got to weigh it. And the recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of melted unsalted butter. So, and that equals 22 grams of butter. So, and there's no way I'm going to be able to Paul Hollywood this. He is a magician as far as I'm concerned. Let's see here. You're going to need to be able to see what I'm doing here, and I am sorry for all the shadows. Okay, so 22 grams of unsalted butter. Okay, double check. Yes, this is definitely Plugra unsalted butter. All right, get a knife. I mean, I've baked cookies and stuff before, but anybody can bake cookies. Except my sister, when she uses salt instead of sugar. Even I haven't done that yet. Fingers crossed. So let's see, 22 grams. I have no idea how much that is, so I'm just going to start off with what I feel is a reasonable amount. That's 33 grams. That's a little much, Ken. Okay. We'll subtract the butter. Try it again. 29 grams. Feel like I'm on The Price is Right. Closer. 27 grams. Now too far the other way. 20 grams. Aha, wait. No, it's 24. I'm going to get this. I'm going to do it. It's going to be exact, aren't it? Oh, 21 grams. Come on. Yes. Yes, 22. 22 grams. Okay, so now got to melt that. So I will put butter in the Tupperware and let's go ahead and melt it. I'm going to do my best to not burn it. So because it says melted, it doesn't say softened. It actually says melted butter, so that's what I'm going for. That's getting there. A little bit longer. This is not going as bad as I thought it might so far. Almost. You know, the thing I don't get, and I know it probably just comes with experience, is how chefs are so good at timing everything. They just somehow everything that they cook, even if there's multiple pieces to a dish, you watch them on those Food Network shows and they suddenly, just everything seems to come together at the exact same time, which is great, but I don't think I can do that. Okay, so let's go back over to the recipe here. So I've got my melted butter. Got all my other ingredients already measured. So 2 large eggs. Okay, I'm gonna need to spray my pan with the non-stick spray. And it says to heat it to low initially. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So heat that to low, medium, low. Okay, so while the pan is heating up, let's turn our attention. My friend Sean says, experience, I know my recipes like the back of my hand. Yeah, I definitely need experience, and that only comes by doing. So unfortunately, no shortcuts for the experience. Okay, done with the scale for now. So I can go ahead and just power that off and make some room. Okay, so the next thing it says to do is combine the flour, sugar, baking powder, baking soda, and kosher salt in a bowl. Okay, so here's my bowl. So flour. Right, flour, yep, okay. Flour into the bowl. And the sugar into the bowl. Baking powder and baking soda into the bowl. And then last but not least is the kosher salt. And now I'm supposed to use a whisk to combine everything. Okay. And I just remembered there was one other part to this that I almost forgot, but that's why you read the recipe. I need buttermilk, 2.5 cups of buttermilk. So here we go. I hate that measuring cups are all made for right-handed people as far as being able to see the measuring numbers. Okay, so 2. Really? That seems like a lot of buttermilk. Okay, 2.5 cups. So there's... God, this is a lot of buttermilk. Okay. there's 2. I'm supposed to make a well in the middle of this with my whisk. That doesn't seem to be working very well. Okay. All right, so there's 2. Wonder if I should try using a spatula to make more of a defined well in there, because the whisk doesn't seem to see that. That to me looks like it's working better to make a quote unquote well in the middle of things rather than trying to do that with a whisk. Doesn't seem to me that the whisk was going to do a good job. Okay, so we'll do, this is the first 2 cups of the buttermilk. I'm going to double check this again. Is it really? It's 2.5 cups. Okay. So that's 2. And that's 1/2. Oops. Okay, so 2 1/2 cups of that. 2 large eggs. So I have to crack the 2 large eggs into the buttermilk. Okay, that's 1, and that's 2. Yeah, come on, get in the bowl. God, seriously, you guys. Okay. So that's all good there. So now you're just supposed to, oh, then you have to pour the melted butter into, oh, and my butter has set up. Wouldn't you know it? Okay, I'll have to remelt this. See, timing. Timing is clearly one of those things I need work on. So here we are, we're waiting for the butter to remelt. Nope, not yet. I can do this. It's just pancakes. I can do this. This is sad. Sad, sad, sad. How's that looking now? Any better? This is taking even longer to melt the second time. So let's see. 8. I can smell that the pan is getting warm. Butter is starting to get melted again. It's ridiculous how much this butter has just set up again in what I feel is a really short amount of time. Okay. Is that better? I think that's good. All right, so now I've got to add the melted butter into the mixture. Okay, got that. And you're supposed to start in the center of the bowl and whisk everything together, moving towards the outside of the bowl until everything is incorporated. Okay. One thing that I always hear is that you're not supposed to overmix this. Do not overbeat, lumps are fine. Batter can be refrigerated for up to 1 hour. Okay. All right. It looks like I think everything is incorporated. There doesn't seem to be anything sticking to the sides of the bowl. And I'm really afraid of overmixing stuff, so I think I'm going to call that good. Thinking about it, I'm going to put the buttermilk and the eggs away. Oh, and I need to get the secret ingredient. Excuse me. Okay. That was good, Ken. Just belch on your kitchen show. That's classy. All right. Here we go. Butter back. Oh, crud. And lemon extract. Okay, yeah, that's what I was, part of what I was doing to make these taste a little bit, you know, different, a little bit not plain, is to use a 1/4 teaspoon of lemon extract. So here we go, 1/4. And if I have learned anything from watching these cooking shows, is that extract is powerful stuff, and you want to use a very tiny amount of it, because it tends to be really easy to add too much and to overpower everything else. Okay, so I think that's good. Okay, so got that there, and I guess I'm just supposed to ladle, as Alton Brown would say, just walk away. Yeah, absolutely, Sean. He would say that, and he would be right, of course, because he's Alton friggin' Brown. All right. I think the pan is probably warm enough now. Use 1/3 cup of batter in the skillet. I'm not going to use 1/3 of a, I don't know what I'm going to use. I'm going to use a ladle. That's what Karina suggested I do, so let's try that. Use a ladle. And before I do that, let me make sure that this is ready to go. I think it is. Okay, so here's... Oh my. That sounds like the pan is too hot. That definitely sounds like this pan is too hot. Okay. I'm going to back off the heat. And the first pancake is pretty much always a goner, from what I've heard. It's usually a failure anyway. So yeah. Yeah, this is going to be a disaster. That's okay. That's okay. Let's see here. We'll try it. That is raspberry jam. I have no idea how this is going to taste, but I thought raspberries and lemon would go together well. This is not going to end well. Absolutely not going to end well at all. Yeah. That's okay. I will try another one after this one, because this is the sacrificial pancake. Oh, what a mess. Okay. That one absolutely did not work as planned. I've got to get this pan a little cooler. So I will wait for the pan to cool a bit, and then I will try the second one. There's the disaster that is the first pancake. Yeah. Bad Ken, no donut. Okay. I wish I had one of those fancy infrared thermometers so I could tell how hot this pan actually is. One of the problems, and Karina warned me about this, and I promptly forgot her warning, is that our stove runs hot, like really hot, significantly. Temperatures are hotter than what you would think, so I think that's part of the problem here. I need to probably just turn this whole thing down. Trying to wipe this up because you're supposed to work clean in the kitchen. Let's see, this is why I'm not a chef or a baker or a scientist. All right, let's try this again. Pancake number 2. Okay. So now hopefully the idea is that when you add the raspberry jam at the very beginning, it'll get cooked into the batter enough to where when you flip the thing, it will not make a huge mess in the pan. Looks kind of good. This is actually working a lot better than the first one because you can see that the jam has actually sunk into the batter. So hopefully that means that when I do go to flip this, I'm not going to end up like with this last one, a big jammy mess in the bottom of the pan. Yep, first time ever making pancakes from scratch. And yeah, we'll see how it goes here. Well, thank you, John. I appreciate that. It definitely looks okay. I don't know if you were here earlier. This is the first attempt, which, as you can see, did not go very well. So that one goes in the reject sink. All right, I think this might be ready to flip. Now, I tried to watch some YouTube videos on how to tell when your pancake was ready to flip. And I would think this one was, but it doesn't feel very firm yet when I try to move it. So I guess I'm going to try this because it looks like it should be. I think maybe my problem was that I made my pancake a little too big for the size of my spatula there, so that was not the best turn. But look, the raspberry jam didn't leak out, and it didn't go all over the bottom of the pan, so that's good. So I'll give this a little bit longer here, and maybe we'll have something that's actually worth trying a bite of. Smells kind of good. Not quite there yet, I don't think. It's definitely kind of sticking a lot. Okay. Do you know remember that scene in Ferris Bueller where he's playing it's either the clarinet or the oboe horribly, and he smiles at the camera and says, "Never had one lesson," or "only had one lesson"? That's what I'm feeling like right now. Like Ferris Bueller trying to play a musical instrument. Yeah, not quite there yet, Ken. God, this is horrible. Oh, no. This is going to be interesting. Okay. I should make a guest appearance on You Suck at Cooking, because I totally suck. Look at that. I don't even think that's done all the way, is it? Should I put it back in there and let it go for a little bit longer? I figure Ferris Bueller's Day Off is one of your favorite movies. Yeah, it's a good one. All right, I think I'm going to call that done because I don't want it to get overdone, because that would be bad. So there's that, and let me see if I can zoom in here. Okay, so looks delicious. Well, thank you, John. It definitely looks better than the first one. Let's see here. Get a fork. And we'll see what we've got underneath all of this. Can't really do a cross section on a pancake, but I can tell you it's light and it feels fluffy. It's not burnt, and it doesn't look or feel like it's underdone anywhere, so that's good. I mean, I've seen things that have looked worse. I'm positive I have. Okay, so here we go. Moment of truth. Itadakimasu. Okay. That tastes like a pancake. I wonder if I should have left it a little longer. I don't think you can get sick from eating slightly undercooked pancakes. I guess I'll find out. It is missing something though. There we go. Now it's complete. So I can taste the lemon, although I think I would definitely use just a little bit more lemon extract. I used a quarter of a teaspoon. Is that what I did? Look at the recipe. Quarter teaspoon of lemon extract. I think it would be okay to use a little bit more than a quarter teaspoon. Maybe 2/4 teaspoons. But yeah, I mean, the batter tastes fine. The raspberry jam tastes great because it's raspberry jam. How could it not? I'm not mad at that. I am definitely not mad at that. It's okay. I think I should have let it cook just a little bit longer. But yeah, I don't hate that. I am actually quite pleased with the results there. So yeah, I would recommend this recipe. I will post it in the description if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, and the recipe where I got the main recipe and then the additions that Karina made to it for the lemon and the raspberry additions on there. So anyway, that was fun. Never thought of adding jam into a pancake. Good idea. Well, cool. Nice. I'm glad you learned something new. That's awesome. I will then call this a success because someone I've never met actually learned something from me, a guy who is a complete newbie in the kitchen, and that makes me feel good. I am happy. I'm happy that that happened. And hello, Blue Jeans. Nice to see you there. Unfortunately, you're kind of tuning in at the end of the broadcast, so you will definitely want to watch the replay of this interesting pancake journey that I've been on this morning. In the meantime, I am going to make up the rest of these so that Karina can taste some when she wakes up. And yeah, thanks for spending your Tuesday with me. If you had fun today, if you liked this, do me a favor. If you're on YouTube, definitely if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you're on Periscope, I'm not sure what the equivalent is over there. If you're on Twitch, same thing. If you're on Facebook, please like and just share out the video link if you feel like sharing it with your friends so they can watch some dumbass 50-year-old in the kitchen trying to learn basic cooking skills. It's just about the time I need to step up and start doing my part in the kitchen. Because Karina's an awesome cook. And I am an awesome dishwasher, but I would like to be more than that. So that's what this show is all about. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. Take care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves. Most of all, just be kind to yourself, especially now. It's important. And I will see you tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. All right. Thanks for being here, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.